Are you stupid or something? You probably are, and buddy, that's alright. You're in the right place to learn some stuff, so stick around and you just might. My name is Notme, and I'll be asking some Q's, and at the end you'll be riddled with A's. You might score real high, but even if not, you'll sure be glad you played. If you're looking for prizes, just move along, there's no money for you to earn. You win by trying and doing your best, your prize is the stuff you learn. If you want to be an artiste, you have to know all you can about the world of art. So engage with this quiz, and at the end you'll say, I am smart.
I am not me. I am art. And I am welcoming you to I Am Smart, the quiz where people look to improve their art through learning and strive to earn the right to say, I am smart. I'm your host, Notme. Hello and welcome. The format of this quiz, very simple, very straightforward. There's 3 rounds of questions. There's 3 musings, and there's a 2-point bonus round at the end. So we're looking for 20 points overall. Maximum 20 points that you're going to get. Nobody's got it yet. Maybe you'll be the first. All you're going to need for this quiz... Definitely not Duda. Wonderful stuff. Oh, Nana Hobob gifting a tier 1 sub to Definitely Not Duda. They've given 7 gift subs in the channel. Nana, that is just wonderful, wonderful generosity. Thank you so much. And SmART for resubscribing with Prime as well. Bit of your money, thank you. Bit of Bezos's money, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, very, very generous. All you're going to need for this quiz is something to write with, something to write on, a brain for thinking, and an imaginosphere for imagining. Both will be tested here. Optional is a beverage, because whilst it's nothing to do with the actual quiz, we do like to kick things off with a toast here in Notme's world of lifetainment. So here we go, here we go. I've got my big thing here. Here we go, here we go, here we go. To Jason Biggs, who taught us that, regardless of how talented a comedian and an actor you are, some visual images are really difficult for casting directors to shake. To Jason, thank you. Hello, weaklings, my goodness, my lord, my gracious, my sandwich. Who have we got here? Hello, Smarties. Hello, Smarties. We have Nana Hob up here, of course, bringing the generosity already. Thank you so much, Nana, again for that. TB, hello, ready to be smart. TB's the high point scorer from last round. Wasn't last week's, it was about 6 or 7 weeks ago at this point. Feels like a long time. But come to defend their crown. Definitely ready to learn. Well, I'm ready to teach and learn myself. I learn all the time on this. I learn all the time. This Smarties, you mean? Did I say something else? Did I say weaklings? Apologies. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. And George, how are you? How are you, George? You probably can hear. Probably can hear. How are you, my darlings? How are you, my darlings? Ready to learn and be fulfilled? I know I am. Let's check out the potential rounds for this week. Let's check them out, shall we? We've got the standards. We've got the classics. Oh, wrong side. We've got yay or nay. Is it a yay or is it a nay? It's a 50-50 choice. It's a true or false in essence, but legally distinct, so I can claim 100% of the royalties. Look close. I'm going to show you a piece of art. You're going to have to pay attention to that art. I will ask you questions on it afterwards. Spotlight. We're going to look at the life, art and career of a specific artiste. I'm not going to tell you who it is before we get there. But it's very about one person. Not. Sometimes you have to ask questions about things that about not art. Okay, that's what NART is. Haikus Day. I've written 5 haikus about some things, and you have to guess what those things are from the haikus that I've written. And not me would. I am casting myself against one of my favourite actors in 5 films. You have to guess who I have taken the part of. I did say weaklings. I apologize, TB. I apologize. How could I forget the Smarties? How could I forget the Smarties? And it is, it's an interesting situation because, of course, all of the Smarties are, of course, weaklings as well. There's no individual Smarties. Once upon a time there was. We used to have Zackalicious. We used to have Pepper Saw, Bam Bam Roll, et al. But the standards, the stalwarts, if I can call you that, double up, and I really do appreciate that. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Absolutely, Nana. Absolutely. Well, TB. Although as we've got 3, I mean, George, maybe you'll get a say. We'll see how it goes. But TB, Nana, and definitely not Duda will all get a chance to select one of these rounds. So which round do you want to go for, guys? Which round we'll go for? Whilst you get your selections in the chat, get them in the chat. I hope you're enjoying the countdown, guys. I was learning about military chocolate when I was looking on my phone there. Military chocolate. Chocolate rations serve 2 purposes in the armed forces. As a little morale boost, sure, and as a high-energy, pocket-sized emergency ration. But the problem is, chocolate is delicious, and the army higher-ups in America didn't want troops eating it for fun and wasting all of their rations. So they deliberately made it taste not good. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Military chocolate deliberately tastes bad. And then I was thinking, well, gosh, if it's tasting bad, is it really chocolate? Is it really chocolate at that point? And then I saw that it was the military chocolate was made by Hershey. And I thought, yeah, they've got it sorted. Well, there we go. Notme Wood, Nart, and Haikusday. Gosh, there we go. It's straight in, straight there, and we're absolutely doing it. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Well done. Let's see. Is this working? Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's kick it off with Haikusday. Let's just do that. Let's get on with this quiz, and let's learn. Let's just learn, guys. Learn together. Yeah. Haikusday, guys. Haikusday. Here we go. As I say, I've got 5 haikus here. You need to interpret my art to discover the meaning behind it. Yeah? All of these things that you need to guess are on a topic. What is that topic? We're talking about 1990s rock bands. Now, I will say that these bands are not necessarily bands that were formed in the 90s. I know for a fact that some of them were not. But they all had, I can't even necessarily say their biggest selling album, but their entry onto the world scene was in the 1990s. Okay, the world got to know them in the 1990s. Let's say that. Obviously, rock covers a lot of different topics, a lot of different areas. So yeah, should be quite interesting. Let's get on. Let's quiz, guys. Let's get on with quiz question number 1. Haiku number 1. Here we go. They're nothing but punks, American idiots, and basket cases. That's it. That's all you're getting. I've obviously managed to craft the central line of a haiku, which, as we all know, has 7 syllables. I managed to craft that middle line out of just 2 words. That's not easy. But I did it. I'm proud of it. And it's up to you guys to interpret this. Which 1990s rock band does this haiku refer to? Is this haiku about? They're nothing but punks, American idiots, and basket cases. Haiku number 2. Britpop royalty. Popular with girls and boys. They're not Oasis. There we go. Nana Hobob. Interesting. Understatement. This is outstanding art here, Nana. Outstanding art. Britpop royalty. Popular with girls and boys. TB Douglas, it is outstanding. Thank you for the confirmation. Appreciate that, TB. Appreciate that. Always. There's never a bad time for a compliment, guys. Please understand that. They're not Oasis. Just spilled a bit of that water on my crotch. That's soaking through. Could lead to a little bit of a bad mood later, but I'll do my best to avoid it. Haiku number 3. We're often naked, except for genital socks. They must have been hot. I'll do that little head turn again for you. Maybe make it a bit more central so you can really, really appreciate it. We're often naked, except for genital socks. They must have been hot. There you go. I think I've maybe erred on the easier side with these. But we'll see. We'll see. It's up to you guys, isn't it, of course? Number 4, global sensations. But ended with a bullet. And they... Never mind. Ran out of steam with the haiku? What's going on there, not me? What's going on there, not me? I'll say it again. Global sensations, but ended with a bullet. And they, never mind. What games are you playing, not me? What games are you playing, my friend? And then the final haiku. Modern but retro, but futuristic to Shrek. They're walking on the sun. Oh, maybe a bit of a trickier one at the end there. Modern but retro, but futuristic to Shrek. They're walking on the sun. 2 buts there. I tried to find a way to... But I couldn't. If anybody wants any of those haikus again, please let me know in the chat. But that's the end of the first round, is it? Is it? No. Need that musing. There's an M. Musing. There's a musing. The musing is, what would your 1990s rock group name be? And what would your most famous single be called? What would your 1990s rock... Oh, what would be your 1990s rock group name? Okay, that's good. And what would your most famous single be called? So we're positing a scenario where you are... Let's make this positive. You are the front... You're the lead performer, singer-songwriter, let's say, of a 1990s rock group. What are you called? What's your most famous single? What's your highest selling single? What's that called? Basically, I'm looking for you to be able to walk out at a large music festival, Glastonbury, Download Festival, probably not Coachella, some other kind of big, like, one of those like Scandinavian ones where it's a little bit rocky. You want to be able to walk out onto the stage and say, "We are blah, 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 and this is where we're at," or however the music you imagine it would be going. "We are X, and this is why." Whatever you want. I'm just vamping there. I'm just vamping. That wasn't actually a real song. That was me just... They call it improv. They call it improv, guys. What I would say also, guys, and this is something that's pretty exciting. Let's go. I'll give you another minute for this, and then we'll discuss something that's pretty exciting. I'll just tantalize you for a second. And that is the end of the first round. Back to main. Back to main. Okay, so what you will see, as you are all, I think, lovely subscribers to the channel, you should be able to see some brand new emotes. That's all I'll say. Some brand new emotes. Or maybe just one, depending. They're on different tiers, so you might not have access to all of them. But have a little look, have a little play, see what you want to do. Whilst we go for... Oh, that'll come into play later, will it not? Get it in the chat. Bryce Films. Oh, hello, Bryce. Oh, look at all of this. It's Jesus. My goodness. My goodness. Good gracious, that's exciting, isn't it? It's my face! It's my face as an emote! Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What else are we doing? TB chose Nart, so we'll do Nart last. Oh, no, we don't have Jesus or Notme. Better give me some more money then, huh, guys? Oh, tempting! It's all got very mercenary, very capitalist. How disgusting. How disgusting. But what I would say is that the more people that subscribe, the more money that is handed over, the more sub points or something that I get. And if I get enough money hungry, not me. Well, no, not money hungry. Sure, I could go for an omelette, but if I get enough sub points, then that unlocks more slots for more emotes. So if you want more emotes to play with, right? Oh God, it feels awful. It feels awful. Let's do Nart. Let's do Nart. Makes me uncomfortable. Makes me uncomfortable, the money thing. Makes me uncomfortable. So we're at emote capacity. I believe we are at 100% capacity vis-a-vis emotes at the moment. Yeah, so there's 2 at tier 1, and then there's 1 at tier 2 and 1 at tier 3. And we have all 4 of those. That is our, get it in the chat, my face and Jesus' face. And then as things progress, hopefully things will be expanding. Gosh, I just don't know. It's all just very exciting for me. It's all just very exciting, I'll be honest with you. So, Nart, gosh. Let's do my Nart introduction. I wouldn't have enjoyed Brideshead Revisited anywhere near as much had Evelyn Waugh not been so knowledgeable about the folly of gay people marrying beards. Doesn't end well, guys. You'll just end up homeless, childless, middle-aged and loveless. Evelyn knew it. Just be true to yourself. It's Pride Month, for God's sake. If you want to marry a man, marry a man. That's what I say. Artists need to know about the world around them, not just art. And so I present this round about not art. N-art. Nart. Cameraman George doesn't have Jesus or Not Me either. Well, that's a shame, Cameraman George. I mean, you could give me back some of the money that I pay you. If you want those emotes. If you want, do you know what I mean? If you want the emotes, you gotta put your money where your mouth is. Huh? It's Malik. Glad to see you killing it. If you're still in NY, we gotta hang soon. And then a thing. Gosh, that sounds very exciting, Malik. Certainly. Congratulations on your recent emote wellspring. Thanks, Nana. Appreciate that. So, Nart, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about Nart-wise? We're talking about capital cities, guys. It's a capital cities round, yeah? Beginning with B. So we're going to be giving you capital cities beginning with B. Am I? Am I giving you... Do you have to guess what the capital cities are? Oh, Lord. So I am giving you... Yeah, I'm giving you capital cities that begin with B, and you need to give me what country that is the capital city of. Nice and simple, nice and straightforward. Question number 1, Bangkok. Bangkok. Which country is Bangkok the capital city of? Starting with an easy one, sure. Sure. I'm not going to apologize for it. For sure, I'm not going to apologize for it. Bryce Films, that's great. That's great. You need to write it down somewhere. Don't put it in the chat. I'll let you know when you need to put something in the chat. Glad you're playing along. Happy to have you, pal. Let's see if we can do the... does this work? There we go. There we go. No probs. No probs. First time nerves. We all get them. Number 2, Brussels. Is it still easy? Yeah, it's still pretty easy. Is it going to continue to be easy? Oh, it might get a bit trickier, guys. Happens to us all. Very welcoming, TB. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Absolutely. Absolutely exciting. Well, you want another one? Yeah, here's another one. Bucharest. Oh, maybe getting a bit trickier now. For what country is Bucharest the capital? For what country is Bucharest the capital? Just write it down, guys. It's nice and simple. Huh? If you don't know, give it a guess. Give it a guess. There's only 180 odd countries in the world. You might get lucky. Number 4, Baghdad. 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 It's been in the news for a while for all the wrong reasons, unfortunately, but you know, we all go through rough times, don't we? And then number 5, Beirut. Beirut. It's as simple as that, guys. Beirut. What country calls Beirut its capital? It's one of them. I'll give you that. It's one of them. And there we go. If you need any of those again, ask me in the chat. But as it is, we've got a little musing. That's an M. We've got a little musing coming up. What is your favourite piece of art with a title that contains a capital city? What is your favourite piece of art? Painting, book, TV show, film, album, song, whate'er you wish. With a title that contains a capital city. TB Douglas. Wow. Specific. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I believe you would be hard pushed to find a piece of art with any of the capital cities that we had in that round. But maybe there's stuff that I don't know. Gosh, I don't know everything, guys. It might seem like that at times, but I really don't. Yeah? I'm learning as much as everybody else. Maybe a bit less, but... Back to main. Back to main. Gosh. 2 down. We've only got 1 round to go, guys. We've only got 1 round to go already. Gosh, this goes quickly. Doesn't it go quickly? It goes real quick, yeah? I hope you're all having fun, because I'm having a whole heck of a lot of fun. What have we got left? What have we got left? Notme wood. Oh, you're going to love this one, guys. I was doing this one earlier today, and my gosh, I think I've outdone myself. So Notme wood, as I mentioned at the top, and regular viewers will know, is where I cast myself in several roles in Hollywood films, opposite some of my favourite actors. The first round that we had of Notme wood was with Samuel L. Jackson, because he is in, statistically speaking, about 3/5 of all films ever made. So it's nice and easy. This one I decided to go in a slightly different direction, and go with a different chap, your friend and mine, the man that we all know and love as Mr. Ryan Reynolds. Very funny chap, very handsome. The owner of Mint Mobile and Aviation Gin. A real entrepreneur. So I've cast myself opposite Ryan Reynolds in many of his, I say best films. Some of these did get a bit of a critical drubbing, but I still loved them because I think he's got a lot of charisma. For an attractive person. You think a lot of times very, very attractive people tend to be quite vapid because they haven't needed to develop a personality. I don't know what's gone on with Ryan, but he really is a total package. So it's going to be nice and easy. You're going to see it from the first one. Here's question 1, guys. Here's question 1. Ryan Reynolds in The Proposal. But whose role have I taken there? Whose role have I taken? There's Ryan. There's lovely, handsome Ryan there. He's in a scene with someone in a film called The Proposal. Whose role have I stolen there? Looking very happy with myself. I've probably done a great performance. You've all seen my dramatizations. I've got acting chops. Ryan Reynolds in The Proposal. Ryan Reynolds in The Proposal. Here we go. Question number 2. Ryan Reynolds in The Hitman's Bodyguard. Ryan Reynolds in The Hitman's Bodyguard. But whose role have I taken? Whose role have I been cast in? Number 3, Ryan Reynolds in Definitely Maybe. I'd say this is probably the most disturbing one that I did today. This is probably the most disturbing one that I did today. But still pretty good. Bear in mind I'm using relatively rudimentary tools to do this. I'm using video editing software. It was not designed specifically to make these kind of photos. T.B. Douglas, that is pretty disturbing. Yeah. Sometimes art is, though. Sometimes great art is disturbing. Sometimes you come away from some of the best art in the world. You come away from it thinking, I never want to see that again. Am I supposed to apologize for eliciting an emotional reaction with my work? Am I supposed to apologize for that? I hope not. Because I ain't. Whose role am I taking there? Ryan Reynolds in Definitely Maybe. Number 4. Ryan Reynolds in R.I.P.D. So similar to The Hitman's Bodyguard, this Ryan Reynolds is one of Hollywood's finest gun pointers. Lot of intensity in his face there. A lot of determination. You can tell that he really wants to kill whoever he's pointing that gun at. I wouldn't wish to be them. I fixed with that piercing gaze. They're probably feeling quite sweaty, both from the gun and the gaze. Gaze. But whose role am I taking there? Reynolds gone for 2 guns. The original actor of my role has taken 2 guns. Opted for 2. Double the bullets, double the mayhem, double the power. But how does it affect your aiming? That's the question that I have. R.I.P.D. R.I.P.D. Rest in police department. Or rest in peace department. Rest in... It's fine. It's fine. It's a great film. Great film. And then the final one here. Ryan Reynolds in Smokin' Aces. So now this isn't necessarily one of his most well-known films. It was an ensemble piece, so he's not necessarily the star, although he does carry a lot of the emotional weight of the film. But he is here with his partner. I'll give you that. I am playing Ryan Reynolds' character's partner in this. But who originally played that role? This one's a bit tricky. Guys. I refuse to make it easy for you. Yeah? Where's the challenge in that? Because if you get it right, you get it right, and you feel good about yourself. If you get it wrong, then you learn. Okay? If you need any of those again, get it in the chat. If you need any of those again, just, get it. Let me know. Gosh, I'm going to be having a lot of fun with that. But until then, let's go... Bryce Film's going to learn a lot. Well, that's fine. If you learn a lot, you learn a lot. And you're smarter at the end than at the beginning. Nothing wrong with that. That's what we hope. When you wake up in the morning, you'll be a certain level of smartness. If we can rest our head at the end of that day being any smarter, that's a successful day, no? Let's go for amusing. Let's not neglect feeling as well. Oh, no, wait. I didn't update that from the last one. Oh. I didn't do it. Okay. Here we go. Give me like 2 seconds, yeah? Give me like 2 seconds. You have to set Ryan Reynolds up on a date with a member of your family. Which family member and why? Yeah, it's weird. Shush. Real-time musing. Yeah, absolutely. It's because it's with picture rounds, because you're working out what films you're doing, not necessarily based on which films you choose, but I wanted to get Deadpool in there, and none of them were Deadpool. Depends on which films you can get good quality stills of, with Ryan Reynolds sharing the shot with another actor, and so that you write them in a slightly different way. And that, I mean, it's on. Don't push me, George. Don't push me, George. You know this wasn't my fault. I had that big nap earlier. That's not fair. That's not on me. That's me working really hard. That's me working so hard that I need a nap. I can't be held responsible for... We'll talk about that later, George. We'll talk about that later. That's just... don't like that. Yeah. But that's still a good one. That's still a good one. You have to set Ryan Reynolds up on a date with a member of your family. Which family member and why? Okay? Which family member and why? Ryan Reynolds, one of the most eligible... I mean, if he were a bachelor, would be one of the most eligible bachelors. He is married, I believe, to Gossip Girl. And that's fine. They seem pretty happy. But if something terrible were to happen to her... you had to set Ryan Reynolds. I'm not sure of the, situation. This is up to you guys to determine the situation of why you have to set Ryan Reynolds up on a date with a member of your family. That's on you. And there we go. Let's go back to Maine. Wow, guys, you survived all of the questions. Well done. You absolutely nailed it. Before we get to the answers, as ever, as a little reward for you, here's your fact of the week. Are you ready for it? Yeah. Here's your fact of the week. The world wastes around 1 billion metric tons of food each and every year. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I don't like wasted food. Never have. Never have. Just you're throwing food away. You're throwing money away. You're throwing money down the drain. It bothers me. I ate some leftover mashed potato warmed up in some leftover miso soup this week. That's a thing I did. How did it taste? Doesn't matter. I didn't waste it. But to answer your question, it did not taste great. Although the bigger issue was the consistency. It was really just... it was not pleasant. But still, I'm doing my bit. You doing yours, guys? Leftovers. Let's not throw food out. Let's all make a pact together right here and right now. All the smarties together. No wasted food this week, yeah? We're just going to eat all of the things that we buy. Can we? Can we just? Let's get on with some answers. We started off as we do every week that's good. I don't know. With Haikus Day. We're going to start with amusing. What would be your 1990s rock group name, and what would your most famous single be called? Guys, don't say it out loud, because I can't hear it when you say it out loud. I need you to get it in the chat. Oh, it works. It works, guys. It works. They bounce around. They have a lot of fun. Get it in the chat, please. Your answer to this musing. Oh, sometimes you've got to just amuse yourself, haven't you? Number one, they're nothing but punks, American idiots, and basket cases. Pop punk, maybe. Rock punk. Is it true punk? Who knows? American Idiot, one of their most famous albums. And Basket Cases, it's one of the songs from their album Dookie, which was the big 90s one. It is, of course, Green Day. Green Day, well done if you got that one. American Idiots made it a little bit easier, I think. Just to ease you in, but it's still a great haiku. Number two, Britpop royalty, popular with girls and boys, they're not Oasis. The Britpop wars of the 90s, largely fought by two. There were lots of, Suedes and your Ashes and such, Ocean Colour Scenes. But really it was fought between two bands, Oasis and the band that sung the wonderful song Girls and Boys. Blur. It is, of course, Blur. Well done if you got that one. That was maybe a little trickier for you Americans. Number three, rough and naked, except for genital socks. They must have been hot. How hot? Red hot. The Red Hot Chili Peppers often took to the stage wearing nothing but socks over their schwanzes, and that their beans. The Shrumps, both the Frank and the beans were covered by the sock. Good luck to them. Good luck to them. It's not a look that I think I will be adopting, but, it's arresting. We're still talking about it 20, 30 years later, so must be doing something right. Global sensations. Global sensations. But ended with a bullet. Shotgun Suicide, unfortunately, and they Nevermind, the most famous album, Nevermind. I still think is one of the best-selling albums of all time. It is, of course, Nirvana. Kurt Cobain, unfortunately, ended his life. Such a shame. Talented young chap. But it did release Dave Grohl to make Foo Fighters, and Chris Novoselic to accordion player, I think. Number 5, modern but retro, but futuristic to Shrek. They're Walking on the Sun. Walking on the Sun, one of their famous albums. They it gave a retro charm to a lot of their songs. Futuristic to Shrek. They very famously featured on a Shrek soundtrack. Smash Mouth. Smash Mouth. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. There. All I... etc. Well done if you got those right, guys. Some of those, a couple of those are a bit tricky. Some of them pretty easy, I think. But they're only easy if you know the answer. That's the thing. What would be your 90s rock group name? What would your most famous single be called? Let's take it to the chat. TB Douglas, we are oxymoron, and this is contradiction. Oh, TB. Oxymoron, yeah. Yeah, I can see it on a t-shirt in distressed font. We are oxymoron, and this is contradiction. Yeah, I can see that. Hello, St. Louis! We are oxymoron! This is contradiction! Although that's just Blitzkrieg Bop, isn't it? But that's great. That's great. Lovely. Nana Hobob, sponge water. I don't know why that's funny. Sponge water is funny, but the song is The Judge's Gravel, not even gavel. The gravel. That's what he parks his car on. The gravel outside the judge's house. And it makes that nice kind of sound that cars make when they go very slowly over gravel. This is the judge's gravel. We are sponge water. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, I could buy it. I'm not sure they would be as big as Oxymoron, but they would maybe have a more dedicated fan base. So often the case. Definitely not due to band name Pretty Annie. Pretty Annie, nice. I like that. Single, Skinned Knees Run Faster. Whoa! Definitely. My lord. Skinned Knees Run Faster. A song about overcoming the odds. A song about wearing your scars as a badge. A song about resistance in all its forms. Absolutely. Put me down for one single download. Pretty Annie. Yeah, it all works. Chick band, maybe with a boy drummer to kind of flip the... Really like that. God, you guys, have we got a music festival going on here? Have we got a Lollapalooza 3-stage band festival thing going on here? Cameraman George, what do you got, babe? What do you got, George? The Resistance, Only Outside the Box. Only thinks outside the box. Classic George, if I may say so. Classic George. Often has some great ideas, but they're rarely the ideas that you would think. Often outside the box. Only outside the box. The Resistance. Yeah, that's good. Wearing it on your heart on your sleeve there. The Resistance. Absolutely. That got dark. In terms of me describing it, I may have missed that. Nana definitely embracing her autobiographical punk rock personality. Absolutely. I'd expect nothing less from Definitely. You live by the punk rock sword, you die by the punk rock sword. And definitely, they tried to take her down with a punk rock sword, but she healed from the punk rock sword wounds, covered the wounds with punk rock bandage, and then just didn't even wait for it to heal. just went at it. Blah. Definitely wants to go to the music festival. Definitely wants to go to all music festivals. Classic, definitely. Wonderful stuff. Points all round, guys. That's outstanding work. Gosh, I almost wish that was the last one. Because are we going to get better than that? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see, guys. Not. Let's see what we've got for the musing. What's your favourite piece of art with a title that contains a capital city? This is maybe less creative, but still. Live by the punk rocks. Get your knees skinned by the punk rocks. Absolutely. Get it in the chat, guys. What's your favourite piece of art with a title that contains a capital city? Bryce Films. Bryce Films, baby. If you're still there, feel free to dive in. Feel free to dive in. The water is tepid as we go through the answers. Bangkok. As Bryce Films already, unfortunately, but blame-free. Blame-free. It is Thailand. It is Thailand. That was the easy one. So it's not too. Didn't upset the apple cart. I think most of you would have got that one. Number 2, Brussels, Belgium. Double B. Brussels, Belgium. Well done if you got that one. Number 3, we're getting a bit trickier now. Bucharest. Bucharest. Is it where Dracula went on his school trips? It's Romania. It's Romania. Vlad Tepes, living in Transylvania, has to get a note from his mum. Yes, you can go on the school trip to Bucharest. Bucharest cereal factory, or wherever they went on their school trips. I don't know. I don't know Romania too well. Baghdad. Now, you might have got this one right, but you might have got this one wrong. As with all of the questions, I suppose, in a very real sense. Iraq. Some of you may have put Iran. Difficult to determine between the two of them. IMHO. And there's no shame in putting Iran. I mean, you're not getting the point, but I absolutely see where you're coming from. So Iraq, Baghdad, well done. And then I think the trickiest one, Beirut is the capital city of, survey says, Lebanon. Lebanon, well done if you got that one. That was pretty tricky, guys. That one was pretty tricky. Points all round if you got those. 1 point for each correct answer. What's your favourite piece of art with the title that contains a capital city? Let's see what we've got. Nana Hobbob, Roman Holiday. It's a wonderful film. It's one of those classic old romance films that just whisks you away. It just picks you up, guys. It picks you up. It gives you faith in life. It gives you faith in life. It gives you faith in love. And it says, hey, this is so nice, such a nice film, that you're going to entirely forget that it's probably a bit of an icky age difference between our two leads. That's a classic film for me. That's a classic rom-com for me. Roman Holiday, that's great. Cameraman George, The Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift. You love a bit of... I forgot, George. I forgot your love of the Fast and the Furious films. I forgot about that. Yeah, absolutely. Tokyo Drift. It's not a lot of people's favourite. But the issue is here, none of the other ones have a capital city in their title. None of the other Fast and the Furious films. This is the only... Can you believe that? It's the only Fast and the Furious film with a capital city in its title. Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Oh. And I can tell you something, guys. I've got a feeling we're going to be watching that film again tonight. It's like having a toddler with Frozen. It really is sometimes. Bryce Films. I said New York, but not sure if that's an art piece. Oh, okay. Okay, Bryce Films. I see what you're doing there. Describing New York City itself as an art piece. Are we going to accept that? We're going to accept that, guys? Survey says. Yeah, you're damn right we're going to accept that. Wonderful thinking outside the box. You should be in Cameraman George's band, The Resistance. Only outside the box. Only outside the box for Bryce Films. Well done, sir. That's lovely. That's lovely. Definitely goes with Paris Je t'aime. Je t'aime. That is one of those like anthology films. There's like lots of little short films about Paris that kind of combines together. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's good. That's good. I've never seen it. I do love France. I love how I love how cultured Paris is. I love all the museums. I love how dirty it is. How rude a lot of the people are. Yeah, just really evocative. Really evocative when you're in Paris. You know you're in Paris. Yeah, that's great. Lovely, lovely. Je t'aime. Your choice there, definitely. That was great. Bryce Films, I said Middle East. No, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, it's not, again, I can't stress this enough. That's not the right answer, and you do not get a point for that. But I can see where your head's at. And so you said Middle East. Technically, you're right. It's not a country. It's an area. But then now, you know, Baghdad. Zoom in. Iraq. Boom. Done. TB Douglas, it would be night in Caracas. It would be night in Caracas. Not only have I not seen / heard / read it, I've never even heard of it. What is this? Caracas, Venezuela. Night in Caracas. It would be night in Caracas. A book by Karina Sensborgo. Gosh, TB. Gosh, TB. El Mundo describes it as the next literary sensation. Kirkus Reviews says that it's a propulsively written, harrowing story, as desperate as it is timely. And I'm sure you'd agree with that, TB. Thank you, TB. Gosh. Next time I read a book, it might be that one. It might be that one. That's a great shout. That's a great shout. I can hear that Tokyo Drift music now. Can't we all, Nana? Can't we all? When it gets all like... what was it again? Tokyo Drift. Oh, Tokyo Drift. Handbrake. Oh, oh, it's Tokyo Drift. Oh, Tokyo Drift, so timely, it'd be night in Caracas. Oh, it's Tokyo Drift, drive faster! It's about family. Oh, Tokyo Drift, where's Vin? Where's Paul? Neither of them are in this one. Ba ba ba. Oh, do you know for sure that I'm making that up, TB? Have you seen Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift? Definitely not. Do you should record this song? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do a little. Maybe I'll do a little tribute to cameraman George's favorite piece of art with capital city in the title. TB Douglas, I haven't seen it. TBF. Well, then maybe you shouldn't criticize. That seemed aggressive, and I wasn't intending it. Apologize, TB, but you know it's. I think you should. It is my. I think it's my favorite drifty film. Let's get on with the next round. Notme would. Oh, points all round for those. Points all round for all of those. It would be night in Caracas. Paris Je t'aime. What else do we have? The City of New York. Galaxy Brain. Roman Holiday. And, of course, The Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Cameraman George's favourite piece of art with a capital city in the title. You have to set up Ryan Reynolds on a date with a member of your family. Okay? That's what you've got to do. Who is it and why? Don't tell me now. Get it in the chat, please. Get it in the chat. It's not got old yet. I wonder when it will. If it will. Maybe it won't. As we go through these. Number 1. Ryan Reynolds in The Proposal. Whose role am I playing here? Of course, nice and easy to start. I'm playing Sandra Bullock. America's sweetheart, Sandra Bullock. Well done if you got that one right. Number 2, I think I'd be able to play that role. I think I've got the range of a Sandra Bullock, personally speaking. Number 2, Ryan Reynolds in The Hitman's Bodyguard, co-starring with me in this iteration. Again, arguably a superior version, but in the original version, who was he co-starring with? It was, of course, Sam Jackson. Pretty good. My beard's covered up with his arm. That's not easy to do. Yeah? Really had to pay attention for that. And obviously, me and Sam Jackson. I don't know if I should get credit for not changing my skin tone at all? No. Okay, no. We'll move on. Number 3, Ryan Reynolds in Definitely Maybe, talking to his daughter in the film. Talking to his daughter, currently played by me. This would be a stretch for me. I'm not going to say I couldn't do it, but it would be a stretch for me. In the original version, and she played it very well, as young Abigail Breslin, of course. Abigail Breslin, Little Miss Sunshine herself, and of course, more recently in the Zombieland films. Abigail Breslin there, well done. If you got that one right. Ryan Reynolds in R.I.P.D. He's holding up a gun. He's not happy. But who originally played his partner? It was, of course, Mr. Jeff Bridges with some absolutely crackerjack facial hair there. Jeff Bridges. That was my Jeff Bridges. Never tried that before, actually. It can't all work. Well done if you got that one right. As I say, got a bit of a critical lambasting, that film. But it had a very attractive lady in it at one point. I remember that. Ryan Reynolds in Smokin' Aces with his partner in the film. In this instance, played by me, it played very well. I think me and Ryan would bounce off each other very well. I think we have that kind of shared energy. Yeah. In the film, it was Ray Liotta. So very well done if you got that one right, because that was tricky. Ray Liotta. And that's all 5 of them. You have to set Ryan Reynolds up on a date with a member of your family. Which family member and why? Bryce Films. My sis, because I want him to be my brother-in-law. That's clever. Bryce is playing the long game there. Short term, whatever. Long game. Yeah? Then you can go away for weekends with him. Horseback riding. Whatever you want. He's your brother-in-law. It's not weird. Great shout. Come around, George. My mum, she has a crush on him and will be over the moon even though she's probably 20 years older than him. Yeah. And obviously your mum is quite loud. You know that, George. I know that. I feel like Ryan Reynolds can probably be quite loud, though. In his moment. When he gets a bit overexcited, when he's trying to show off a little bit, I think he can get quite loud, and that would be matched by your mother. And she has a crush on him. She's only human. She's a woman, flesh and blood. No props there. Definitely not Tudor. My grandma, I think they'd get along, and he'd show her a good time. Would he indeed? Wowzers. Okay. My grandma, I think they'd get along. He's a charmer, isn't he, Ryan? He's a charmer. I think you'd be hard pushed to find someone who wouldn't get on with Ryan. IMHO. But I'm sure your grandma, he would show her a heck of a time. A real heck of a time. She'd be talking about it for years. That's lovely stuff. That's lovely. Nana, my sister, another sister here, I think they probably deserve each other. That's a loaded sentence there, Nana. I think they probably deserve each other, says Nana. Is he being positive? Is he being negative? The fact that I don't know for sure is what makes it so intriguing. Lovely stuff. TB, my cousin, who I don't see very often, I think he'd be annoying if you spent a lot of time with him. Oh! TB! Not holding the cards close to the vest, a la Nana. Bang! Cards on the table. Think he'd be annoying. That is a take that can be described only as caliente. Hot take. But absolutely well within your rights to make it. I think he'd be annoying if you spent a lot of time with him. So you're just trying to get him as far away as possible. The cousin. Just a cousin. That's nice. She is loud. You were mouth to God's ear, George. Intriguing. Gosh, some great answers there. And what I like about them, sister, mum, grandma, cousin, sure, they're just family members. But it's the reasoning, it's the thought that you guys have put into it that makes it so rewarding. Wonderful. Points all round, guys. Points all round. Back to Maine. So you have got all the points now that you're going to get in the whole quiz, right? Right? Wrong. Oh, don't not work. Oh, I did the whole... There we go. That's not dark enough. That's not dark enough. Get it in the chat. Get it in the chat. This is absolutely... We're in the chat right now. That's great. That's great. That's great. That didn't seem dark enough. That didn't seem dark enough, no. So we're going to have to keep that covered up because I've done something with the thing and I shouldn't have. Minute to win it, guys. Minute to win it. For the uninitiated. I'm going to give you a topic. I'm going to give you a topic over here. And you need to give me examples that fit within that topic. I have written an example of that topic in this black box. This black box is actually a live video down here. Bryce Film's got to go, but I love the show and keep it up. Thanks so much, Bryce. I will absolutely keep it up. You are ducking out before the most exciting part of the show, I will say, but absolutely fine. If you need to go, you need to go, and that's absolutely fine. No problem. So what's our topic? And each guess has to be in its own chat thing. The more times you chat, the more guesses you have, the more likely you are to write down the same one that I've got written down over here. Okay. So it is today, the second day of Prime Day, Amazon, where they have lots of offers and stuff. And so I tried to think of a topic that would fit in with that. Couldn't. But luckily, it's also Meryl Streep's birthday. So we're going to do Meryl Streep films. Please get it in the chat. Meryl Streep films. Films in which Meryl Streep features. Let's get that music going. The Devil Wears Prada. Great one, TB. Into the Woods, Nana. Definitely almost got there with Devil Wears Prada. Kramer and Kramer. Well done, TB. It's verses, but I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Bridges of Madison County. It's complicated. These are great. Let's keep them going. The more guesses you make, guys, the more chance you've got of winning. Getting those extra 2 points. Death Becomes Her. Great one. Great one. Mamma Mia. Of course. Of course. It's one of her biggest ones of recent time. Julie and Julia. That's great with Amy Adams, I think. She's won a few Oscars, has Meryl. What's she won Oscars for? Maybe we should think about that. Who knows? Maybe comedies. Maybe ones that she starred in. Maybe ones that she's only played a bit role in. It's complicated. It's pretty complicated. Okay. Ricky and the Flash. Haven't heard of that one, but absolutely. The Post. She was in The Post. Great one, Nana. Great one. Iron Lady, definitely not Judah. T.B. Douglas, Florence Foster Jenkins. Last couple. I'll give you a last couple. I'll give you a last couple if you want to get in there. If you want to get in there. The Hours. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Absolutely. Good. It's the most exciting minute of the week, guys. Nothing even on the Most Week show tops that. Absolutely nothing on the Most Week show tops that. So, this is exciting. This is exciting. So I'm going to have to plug this in here and then unveil the thing. Nana Hobble, probably one of the Fast and the Furious films. Well, not Tokyo Drift. I can tell you that for nothing. Did anybody win? Did anybody win? 3, 2, Doubt. TB. Love that film. It's a great film. If this is Doubt, you're going to be kicking yourself. I have no doubt. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it came right at the end there. Right at the end there. Where is it? There. Definitely not Duda. 2 bonus points to you, my punk rock friend. Unbelievable stuff. Always thrilling. Always thrilling. Would you have been able to see it without the... Oh no, it looks okay now. I was worried. That is art, isn't it? Isn't it, TB? Absolutely is art. fantastic, fantastic. Ooh, so guys, you can tot up your scores. Whilst you do tot up your scores, I want to remind you that in this quiz, aside from picking around the following week, you're only competing against yourself, okay? There's no point threshold to being smart. If you've got all the questions right that you realistically could have been expected to get, you are smart. It's as simple as that. And if you are watching this on YouTube, not live, in the future, make sure you write down your score and your amusing answers in the comments below. I would genuinely love to hear how you did. Yeah, you. Take the time, write them down, have some fun. What do we got? What do we got? George, 10. Outstanding work, my friend. TB Douglas, 13. And definitely, and Nana, 14. Great responses and results all the way through. Whether it's 10, 13, or 14, you are smart. Well done. But who got the high points? Who got the high points? Well, we're into that tie-break situation. And I've got one all ready for you. I've had it for weeks. I've had it ready for weeks. We're talking about fake horses here, guys. This is a fake horse-based tiebreaker, okay? In what form do you like your fake horses? Do you like pantomime horses or hobby horses? Do you like two people in a large horse costume prancing around a stage? Or do you like a horse's head stuffed and mounted onto a stick to be straddled by a young person? I'm going to pick one of these at random. Nana, definitely one of you needs to call it. One of you needs to call it. As I hold it up here. Definitely says hobby. Definitely says hobby. Nana says pantomime. Gosh! You guys have got it all sorted. And the winner, oh God, of episode 37 of I Am Smart, the Notme Quiz. It's Hobby Horse. It's definitely takes that W. Well done, definitely. High point scorer. You'll get to choose a round guaranteed next week. Even if 50,000 people tune in, you will get a singular choice. And that will have to be respected by the host of the quiz, which will be me. Nana Hobbob, rigged. Wow. Wow. Are we going there, Nana? Are we going there? We're looking for that controversy? Is that what's happening? I promise you, on the grave of Alex Trebek himself, unsubscribing. Wow. High stakes here, guys. I swear on the good memory of Mr. Alex Trebek that was honest and truthful. There's Hobby Horse. There's Pantomime Horse. If you can't accept it, dude, that's on you. Yeah? That sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Yeah? But consider this. Congrats to definitely not doing all the smarties. I got him back. That's great hosting. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a little something. And I hope you felt creative. I really do. All at the same time. I am not me. I am Art. And I hope that you'll join me next week, same time, same place, where you'll have another opportunity to improve your art and say to yourself, yes, I am smart. Let me have a glug. Oh, it's good. Oh, it is nourishing. And I'll see you next time. You are smart, cameraman George. Gosh, you're all smart. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.
So there we go, and well done you, whatever your score might be. I definitely think that you are smart, though Rob's not as smart as me. Your art will be better, trust me on this, should be nothing short of sublime. That's why you learn, and don't stop now, I'll see you right here next time. I am smart,